Hey there, people. Hold on a moment. Yeah. So, in this video, we'll be talking about a subject that is very close to many of our hearts, coffee. And specifically, we'll be talking about how coffee makes you stay awake. So, to understand coffee's effect, we have to look at its main active ingredient, that is caffeine. Caffeine, or 1,3,7 trimethylxanthine, is a purine alkaloid found in coffee beans, uh, tea leaves, cocoa beans. In its structure is very similar to adenosine, a molecule that is involved in sleep regulation. Adenosine is a nucleoside which plays a critical role in sleep regulation. During the day, it gets accumulated in the brain, binding specifically to adenosine receptors A1 and A2, which reduces neuronal activity. This binding causes a feeling of drowsiness and reduces arousal. Caffeine's molecular structure allows it to bind to this adenosine receptors competitively without activating them. So, what I mean by competitive inhibitor? So, it competes with adenosine molecules to bind with the adenosine receptors. By binding to adenosine receptors, caffeine inhibits adenosine's ability to cause drowsiness and reduce arousal. With adenosine receptors blocked, brain cells releases many excitatory neurotransmitters such as glutamate and acetylcholine. This release of chemicals causes increase in arousal and wakefulness. Beyond just blocking adenosine receptors, caffeine in the brain has a more complex biochemical route, you can say. Caffeine inhibits an enzyme called phosphodiesterase, an enzyme that is involved in breaking down a molecule called CAMP, or cyclic adenosine monophosphates. So, with this enzyme blocked, the intracellular levels of these molecules rises. The rise in CAMP causes it enhances the pathways that are involved in promoting wakefulness and reducing fatigue. Increase CAMP levels also activates PKA, or protein kinase A, which goes on and phosphorylates number of target proteins. So this activation increases the neuronal firing rate and increases the release of various neurotransmitters. Caffeine also influences dopaminergic activity in the brain. It does so by increasing the availability of dopamine receptors and inhibits the reuptake of dopamine, so which allows the dopamine molecules to remain longer in the synaptic cleft and exerts its effect more robustly. Let's talk about the metabolism of caffeine molecules in the liver. It gets broken down by the activity of cytochrome P450 enzymes, specifically CYP1A2, into three metabolites: paraxanthine, theophylline, and theobromine. Paraxanthine increases lipolysis, which results in increased levels of fatty acids and glycerol in the blood. Theobromine dilates the blood vessels and increases the urine outtake, while theophylline relaxes the smooth muscles in the bronchi, which results in improved airflow in the lungs. Regular caffeine intake may result in the development of tolerance, where body physiologically alters itself to the presence of caffeine molecules. It does so by increasing the number of adenosine receptors requiring more caffeine intake to elucidate the same effect. So, in summary, coffee helps you stay awake through a complex biochemical pathway. It inhibits the breakdown of CAMP levels, which results in increased intracellular levels of CAMP. It promotes the release of catecholamines and also influences dopaminergic activity in the brain. So, thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, stay curious.